speeches that have been given from Darren and Tommy Joe and Bill, and they were some of the most interesting and informative acceptance speeches you will ever hear. And that will not be the case tonight, as I attempt to inject some humor into this room. As I stand before you tonight, I would like each of you to know how truly honored I am to be selected as the 81st Kiwanis Club President. I say 81st, but I'm not quite sure if that's accurate because our original charter was in 1917, if I'm not mistaken. So apparently we lost the charter and then got it renewed in 1937.
Details, please.
So, well, actually, and so I was going to ask Neil Clark, my good friend, who was treasurer back in 1937, if he could give us a little rundown on what happened.
Well, you're off a little bit. I'm starting my 16th year this year.
Now, I received a lot of criticism for keeping Neil on as my treasurer. I don't know if y'all know that. It's and your point is well taken, because he is cranky, and he takes naps during the meetings all the time. But he can cook the books, and I thought we should keep him. Let's give our treasurer, Neil, a big round of applause. Nobody can do what he does, and this club would fall apart without him. All right, now, where was I? Make fun of Neil. So if we assume the figure is 81 presidents, then I want to acknowledge the 80 men who came before me, including those who are here with us tonight. If you are a past president, please stand up, and let's get you a round of applause.
And the one woman.
I would also like to acknowledge the lone female president of our club that I know of, Donna Capriati, who sent me a very nice email. And she also asked that we not go another 77 years before we have the second female president. So I'm looking at you, Cindy, or some of your spouses, or perhaps my daughter. Our past presidents are hardworking and determined leaders who have set the gold standard for me to follow. And my wish for my term is that I will make each of them proud and shine a bigger spotlight on the legacy that we're building together. I wish to make my beautiful wife Courtney and my father-in-law Ronnie Price proud of me. I have to butter her up before this year of single motherhood begins. Just kidding. While I'm recognizing people who've chosen to spend this evening together, I would like to thank my parents who were unable to come in tonight. They're in Shreveport, Rick and Muriel Mansour. After all, it's my parents who taught me to help others in need and to work in the local community and change what isn't right. I can remember them giving extra tuition to country day schools so that a lower income family could have a child go to that school and receive a A+ education. My parents purchased drafting and woodworking supplies for numerous underprivileged students at Bolton so they could attend shop classes. Many of those kids didn't have college in their future, but perhaps they would, work in some kind of electrician, plumbing, woodworking. So I was very proud of them for doing that. And actually I ran into the shop teacher this past weekend at Bolton High School's 20-year reunion, and I didn't even remember that. And he came up and thanked us for doing that, thanked my parents. So these things, people remember these things that you do for them, even if it's been 20 years. And they even paid to bail a 20-year-old out of jail for possession of alcohol as a minor. So they've done a lot of great things over the years. I'm not going to say who that was. But I want to be like my parents, and that's why I'm here today. So when I transplanted back to Alexandria after graduating from law school, I was desperate to meet a bunch of like-minded folks who were twice my age. And and finding meaningful cause to occupy my time. And one fateful day after starting my new job at J. Boland's law firm, Mr. Boland brought me to a Kiwanis meeting at Piccadilly. And then another. And then he brought me to another. And then he brought me to another meeting. And finally, after the fifth lunch, he turns to me and asks, "Well, are you going to join Kiwanis or what?" I think he was just tired of paying the guest fee for me to eat. I can still remember myself gleaming, having been asked to join the Kiwanis Club. I was so proud, and I'll never forget the first meeting where I was officially approved as a member. Neil made a beeline for me after the meeting, got right into my face, and said, "You know, this club is a lot more than having lunch every day." The rest is history. This small decision changed the course of my life. It has brought me into a world that I never would have known and more joy than I could have imagined. After all, I get to eat at the Diamond Grill every Thursday and even meet the president of Kiwanis. This year's outgoing president, Bill Halliburton, has done an amazing job and really elevated the great work that was performed by our past president. He has taken us to another level, as has the past presidents before him. Bill, stand up so we can give you one last show of appreciation for your volunteer service.
Standing up.
By the way, now that I'm president, I do not expect you all to address me as president. You know, just Mr. Mansour will do. Like many thriving organizations, the Kiwanis Club allows you to stroke hard or tread water depending on what you need at the time. But most members seem to find a niche. Bart Schmokey coordinates the bell ringing for the Salvation Army. We have Dave Curry on the pancake drive and website maintenance, Luke Miller on the scholarship program, Tommy Joe on the crawfish boil, Charnia Jeans, Lacey Shaw, Bucket Trotter selling most of our tickets for the crawfish boil, Halliburton on YCP and Key Club, Darren on Terrific Kids, Carrie on Fish and Pancakes, Cindy on the media, Cooper on the Menard Key Club. I could go on and on. Jim on the media. You know, I love everybody here and I appreciate what you're doing and I'm looking forward to this. I believe everything in life happens for a reason and I know that I'm prepared to lead this club more so than I was 5 years ago when poor Barrett tried to get me involved. Tommy Joe and Darren and Barrett Bird and Scott Newcomer made me feel like a part of this group and I started becoming more active in the club. And now I know I love this club because we're a lifetime membership organization. We're a marathon, not a sprint. And even though my life is super busy, I have unconditional support from my family, my wife, and from all of these great Kiwanians here, all of which I feel, you know, are going to help me make it through this year, and hopefully I can help the next president, Daniel Lonsberry. So I want to make this promise to you that I will govern by the examples set by our past presidents. And I know what some of you are thinking. Even the examples set by Tommy Joe? Pause for laughter. Cut the man some slack. Let's give this man a round of applause for 5 years of hard work for the crawfish boil, which pays for all of this. I wouldn't blame a past president for wanting to roll off and just, you know, show up at meetings, but Bill has taken on the role of doing the crawfish boil, and it is a lot of work, and I thank you.
I'll do it.
I just got about 3 more minutes. I'll skip this paragraph. That wasn't important. My goals are to continue the project of building the walkway around the lake. Because I love to fish and I love having the kids over there and I want them to be able to go around that lake.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. We want to develop new projects for our other key clubs to follow in the footsteps of what Curry and Cooper have built at Menard. So let's get them some new projects so they can make some money for our scholarship program and for their projects. And to retain our new members. All right, I understand the importance of member satisfaction, and we've lost a lot of good Kiwanians just over the years because they didn't like the direction that our program is going, and I'm actually fine with losing those Kiwanians. I understand, that they may want to do something different, but lately it seems like we've gotten a few new members and then we lose them within 2 or 3 months, and I'm trying to figure out why that is. And I think, we may motivate them right at first to join up, but that's a temporary emotion. And habit is what we should be doing. It's what really matters. So if we can create habit. So my challenge to you all this year and to myself is to learn the names of every new member, even if you have to go up to them for 12 meetings in a row and just say, I'm sorry, I can't recall who you are. Meet them, sit at different tables at dinner, at lunch, and invite them to go with you to an event. Because until I started getting invited to events by Darren Green and Tommy Joe, I didn't feel comfortable. And I easily could have quit. If you make a habit of bringing these folks to these different events, I think we can retain membership. So I'll just leave you with that Kiwanis, if it's going to continue to grow and retain these new members, it doesn't matter if they're young or old or older. We need to feed our souls through friendship and personal growth. And now I will leave you with all a quote that I like to live by. When nothing goes right, go left. God bless you all. And now I ask Jay Boland to give the benediction prayer, and then we'll eat, I guess.